Hello everyone and welcome back to Avowed. In the last session we have been exploring around in this new city that we have just arrived in. The main city, I assume. I don't think there's another one in the second map of the game. And yeah, it's been going pretty well. We will be continuing on exploring this today.
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence.
Owner the Magnificent.
A moment of your time, my friend. Tell me, what do you know about your soul?
Well, I'm a godlike, so I've got some divine heritage.
Wrong.
Wow.
Your soul is an ancient,
Wrong.
wondrous thing, suffused with lifetimes of rich, delicious memory.
Rich.
But it's tired, my friend. Heavy with the burden of generations and too weak to survive another turning of the wheel.
Perception. And how much do I pay you to lighten my soul?
That's the beauty of it. The first treatments on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul.
Damn, that's crazy.
So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh?
My soul feels lighter. You used some ridiculous machine on my soul?
Another skeptic? Oh well. I can see my talents are wasted here. No charge for the treatment. Best of luck with your soul.
Amazing.
Thing for sticking your head in the bear's mouth, don't you?
Amazing. No, can't go in there. So that's the main quest. Don't want to trigger that just yet. Still got exploration to do. Yoink. Yoink. And a book. Oh my god, did they manage to make a room and only put a single book in it? That's incredible. Never before seen. Apprentice Animancer's Diary. I've finally done it. I'm studying at the academy. My dreams come true. The equipment here far exceeds anything available to me at home. And the knowledge. My colleagues are all so brilliant. One has even offered me a great boon. Ollie says he has a way of enchanting one's trousers to elevate one's performance in the bedroom. He says it's still experimental, and I mustn't tell anybody, but he promises results. Perhaps I shall find a lover for keeps within this bastion of animancy and kindness. Uh-oh. I am confounded. My colleagues snicker as I pass. Their laughter is undeniable. I do not understand. Have I committed some great faux pas? Hopefully they can forgive my ignorance. To do. Formulate plan to retrieve pants from atop Monto's animancy machine. Formulate plan to reclaim my honor. Exact revenge upon Ollie. Perhaps try the essence enlarger offered in the town square. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did it do then? I mean, if he's wanting to try an essence enlarger, I don't know if that's because the thing here obviously hasn't done what he hoped, or is it because it's shrunk? I'm not sure if that's... What exactly is that trying to imply? Ooh, that doesn't sound great. That does not sound great. Is there any purpose to getting up on these balconies? You can just pick up some shit like that. But I don't know if that is... Does that matter? Not sure.
Careful! Or we'll get thrown out of the pub.
You're not in a pub.
We're already.
There's a quest in here. Lieutenant Fidelio.
One job. Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Another troubled Fiorian? Is everyone in the city miserable?
Not everyone has the ranger captain breathing down their neck. I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
Ooh, we can pass a pretty high resolve check. A burden shared is a burden lifted, you know.
Well, I suppose the worst I can do at this point is waste your time. I'm Fidelio, Lieutenant Fidelio Sarat. I lead one of our ranger outfits. At least, for now, it is.
For now, that sounds ominous.
We were helping with the recovery effort until we hit a snag. My 2 youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
Well, go on then. Give me your location. Or give me their location, rather. They've disappeared before, haven't they?
3 times this month. They're going to be the death of me. They're besotted. I can't get them to think about anything else. Belena and Adelaro were my most promising recruits. Now, all they do is sneak off to...
Get to know each other? Dip the pen in the inkwell? Have relations? Or fuck? Let's go with option 4.
Oh, fine. Get right to it then.
Yeah.
Well, there's worse places to make the 4-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and I...
No, our perception isn't high enough. Bastard. Damn, here you are drowning your sorrows, some leader. Maybe they're not finished, if you get my drift.
What they're doing is their business, but
Maybe they're
Rangers
having
have to come when they
the
are
fucking...
Wait, I mean...
the fuck to end
gods.
all fucks,
Relentless.
right?
The point is, they've
been
never
at it for
gone
days.
this long. The last time I saw them, I
Unlimited
sent them to patrol
orgasms.
the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
You would not believe the toys they brought.
Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. You know what I mean?
Maybe we join in? Adelaro, my love, I want to see you again. What about our patrol tomorrow night? The woods will give us some privacy. Don't breathe a word to Aina, though. She went straight to the captain last time. Belena. Anything else? Just the shop.
We done?
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
Perfect. I'm in search of an animancer. You know any?
You can't take a piece in the fjord without spotting an animancer. But finding an animancer you can trust, that's harder. I try Quilici and the Giata. They are the only animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
Pere Quilici, or Pier, but I'm guessing Pere. Animancer from the Valian Republics, one of the original founders of the city. Oh, so the city is not that old then. Having retreated from politics and research, he has taken on a new role as mentor and surrogate father to Giata. Okay. What do you think?
You see this, pub? No one here is an animancer. We are fjords and labor. Rangers, farmers, and the sentries. We've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad. Terror stalking the wilderness day and night.
Rumors always carry a sliver of truth.
That's what scares me. Whatever is happening, it's coming for us. Although I admit Fjord is in a bad way. Dream Scourge or not, we've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
Tell me about the Bone and Boar.
What are you fixing to know?
I'd like a little history about the place.
I opened the place after my brother cut me out of the family business years ago.
Damn.
I opened the Bone and Boar for all the customers he found undesirable. The rough types.
Sounds like classic sibling rivalry. What was the family business?
In a word, tea. My parents were the first owners of the gifted magpie. Mom was an animancer, and the pa wasn't. They fought constantly. Because of that, my brother Hector hates conflict. It's ruined the magpie's business.
How so?
Visit the magpie and talk to him. You'll see what I mean. Now, is there anything else I can
Have we
get
already
you?
visited the magpie? I don't remember which one the magpie was. Lockpicks. Hell yeah, baby. 6 of them. Delicious. Delicious. And nothing fucking else.
Welcome back, envoy.
Does it say magpie? Oh, gifted magpie is this shop. Oh, it's the guy that the woman from here, was it, is in love with? Okay, well, we've already talked to him. I wonder if he has anything new to say now that we've spoken to his brother?
What can I... Ah, a pleasure to share your company again, traveler.
No.
Until...
Nothing new there, alright. Anything hidden down here? Ooh. Hello. Unlocks with Giatta's basement key. Okay. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. We are going to see Giatta. Oh, this is Giatta's house. Well, maybe we'll find it here then. Uh-oh. 2 books. 3 books. Wait, this is just the grimoire. Never mind. Giatta's journal. This crop shortage is the perfect opportunity to test my family's research, but of course I'm getting nowhere with Ignacy. Ignacy? He has the town wrapped around his little finger. You'd think a community of free-thinking animancers would embrace a little innovation, but no, not even to save their lives. What would Mother have done? Though I suppose I don't need to ask. Perhaps I can succeed where she failed, as soon as I gather the courage to enter the lab. Someday, just not today. Is the lab what's down the bottom of the stairs? Potench? The metaphysical frontier. Nature as we know it is ours. We dam its rivers, we cut down its forests. But the metaphysical world, the nature next door, that's the true prize. When we can break the spirit world like a stubborn horse, the possibilities are endless. Today we grow crops, tomorrow souls. Letter from a friend. Giatta, are you well? Ever since I moved away, I hear only rumours about what happens inside the walls of Fior Mess Iverno. And the rumours alone are cause for concern. They say you've been starting fights with the governor, stirring unrest at the workshop, turning animancers against each other. I adore you too much to believe such nonsense. Most of it, anyway. But allow me to give you a word of advice. There is a pattern to this behaviour, even if you think there isn't. You believe that your ambitions are being held back, so you hold them back further by alienating everyone in reach, and thus prove your own point. Trust me, I know from experience, as did your mother. Be careful that you don't hurt yourself in the crusade to be proven right. Come and visit me sometime. Put aside your worries and clear your mind. Silvio misses you. Elia. Invitation to drinks. Giatta. Once our patrol is over, a few of the rangers are grabbing drinks at the Bone and Boar. Would you care to join us? Of course, I understand if you're busy again. The offer still stands. Doesn't even have to be with the other rangers. It could just be the 2 of us, sitting and talking. Well, now I've said too much. You get the idea. Best of luck. Sure. Yoink. I was really hoping to find the key in her house. But I'm not seeing it. Do we think that's because I'm blind, or do we think that's because it is not here to be found? What do we reckon? I'm guessing they'd probably make it obvious if it was here, like it would just be central on the desk or something. So I'm thinking it's just not here to be found. Unfortunately. Yoink.
Found the machine. Excuse me, but I'm that busy.
I see that. The moons of Eora. Look up into the night sky and you'll see the moon Balafa. Ubiquitous and persistent, she remains forever in view, but also forever out of reach. What many people do not know, however, is that our world is actually orbited by two moons, Balafa and Coldha. Balafa, hanging low and large in the sky, Balafa travels swiftly in her race around the world, completing an orbit in about 18 days. This proximity and speed can cause extreme tide conditions in some areas, making the seas shift so quickly and rise so high that there are some beautiful coastal areas that are virtually uninhabitable for a good portion of the year. Before we learn the truth behind the cause of the tides, legend held that Ondra, the goddess of the sea, was in love with the moon, and when she saw it in the sky, the tides, great waves, and violent storms that happened were her attempts to reach it. This is why the moon is formally called Sen Balafa, or Ondran Balafa, the beloved, or Ondra's beloved. Called her. 315 years ago, the Grand Empire of Valia suffered from terrible storms and terrifyingly high and low tides. Records show the same thing was happening in the Adir Empire, and that several New Adiran colonies along the Adirwood coast were completely destroyed by storms and high tides that engulfed the settlements. At that time, during an eclipse, Glanfathan astronomers spotted something small orbiting near the edge of Balafa. After much study, they realized it was a small satellite with an extremely irregular orbit. They called it Coldha Deb, or the Black Runner. Since it is smaller than Balafa, it doesn't have much effect on the world, but when it aligns with Balafa's orbit, it wreaks havoc on the tides and weather everywhere. It's like a force multiplier kind of thing. This happens with an erratic frequency and severity, and have been dubbed Lover's Tides. Coldha has been rolled into the Ondra myth, and when they are both in sight, her desire to reach them is increased tenfold, which is what causes the terrible weather. Yoink. Anything to say?
What do you think of Giatta's theory? Well, my experiments have been a little unpredictable. Like, the essence has no sense of direction. How did you know? We should talk.
Because this person's have as well. Oh my god, really? 3 next to each other? The many pitfalls of imp husbandry. Scholars' dissection of all matters relating to the care of household imps, focusing notably on their cleaning and housebreaking. Never allow imps to learn spells or wield artifacts. Yeah, okay. Do I care about this? Not particularly. Imps are rats to a ship. Winged miscreants. Yeah, it's just imps bad, yo. That's what that says. That is the pretty much entire summation of those 3 books. Imps bad, yo.
Excuse me, but I'm that busy.
The Adra is healthy. It's the essence I'm concerned about.
A recent history of Queen's birth, the arrival of the Valians. A letter by Winge Waraki. Imagine being named Winge. That is unfortunate. The Valians' arrival in Nekataka was not unexpected. Our fish folk had watched them lurk near the edges of our territory for months, their ships like the keen eyes of a jeweler, inspecting us, already counting the coin they'd make on a prize so fine as the Deadfire. They were not the first to watch us so, doubtless they will not be the last. We were not certain what it was they wanted at first, aside from whatever it was we had. When Onekaza sent an envoy of Mataru to speak with them. They made noise about desiring trade and cultural exchange. What exactly it was they intended to trade, or what manner of cultural exchange they thought might entice us, wasn't immediately clear. We were not naive. We knew their arrival spelled change for the Deadfire, as surely as we know that rain falls in the monsoon season. The trouble came in how we would manage the Valian's influence, how we would contain it. Better they think us partners than easy marks. The thinking at the palace went at the time. We could not risk war with them, as fractured a people as we are, and have any hope of winning it, no matter the power of our water shapers. As the leader of the Kahanga, Onikaza decided for us. She allowed the Valians to set down roots in Queen's Birth and begin limited mining operations in the archipelago. She suggested this might ease trade and tensions between our people and theirs, but in truth, I believe she only wanted to keep an eye on them. I sympathise with her point of view, but I cannot endorse it, because Onikaza forgot the truth of the roots, that they are silent, grasping hands of trees, and that a tree once established cannot be moved without destroying the ground around it. But it was done. The Valians quickly made themselves at home, and the ensuing conflict over who had the rights to which islands, which adrovanes, which trading routes only served to fracture the Huana further. Then the Rautaians arrived. By that point it was too late. The colonials were in the Deadfire to stay. Now Huana refugees flood into Nekataka from across the archipelago, complaining of lost land and dwindling resources, and the trading companies fight a quiet war against each other, with our doorsteps as the front. Ngati guide us in this trying time.
This again. You're beginning to sound like Giata.
Have you ever stopped and listened to her? She might be onto something.
Surely.
I'm sure her mother and father were onto something, and look what happened to them.
What did happen to them? I'm guessing by your tone of voice, they didn't have a great day. Summit meeting notes on the Deadfire event. All agree that a disturbance shook the metaphysical veil between the here and the beyond. Cause of disturbance unknown, experiment gone wrong. Rumor of giant Adra statue dismissed as mass hallucination. Pere Quilici requests to contact Republic Associates for second opinion. Vidaro denies the motion. Results inconclusive. No action required. My rejection of so-called ethics by Monto Pastor. I always want to put like weirder pronunciations on it, but maybe it's just pasta. But Animancy is a magnet for naysayers who cherish ignorance over progress and safety over opportunity. I do not deny that our art has produced some misfortune over the years. Bale Reach, Brackenbury, even the event at the Castell House, to name a few. But why should these isolated incidents cast such a long shadow? When a ship sinks to the bottom of the ocean, no one forces merchants to abandon their trade. I say that we resist society's unjust call to smash our machines and burn our research. We are animancers. Society is welcome to join us, but we won't hesitate to leave them in our dust. What a dumb fucking comparison. It's like, yeah, when a ship sinks to the ocean, no one forces merchants to abandon their trade. Sure, but they do add new rules and regulations to make sure that that doesn't happen again. You can't just go, man, that's a shame that these people died. Oh well. Continuing on. Like, what? It's like, do you know why we have seatbelts in cars? Do you know why there's fucking airbags? Do you know why the front crumples a bit to take the fucking immediate impact?
I can't let anyone else discover this. On the way. I'm sorry. I'm not in a place to talk right now.
Tell me what you're working on. You look exhausted. When was the last time you slept?
I'm not concerned with that. Not now. Yesterday, I made an incredible discovery. We can use half as much Adra to achieve the same results. And then I thought, what if one day it's a third, a quarter, a speck?
Wouldn't that be a good thing?
No. To harness these forces for so small a price is too much power. Who knows what kind of chaos we'll create? I have been reading Athelmir's treatise on Wotica. Perhaps she's right. Maybe animancy should be reined in.
Fuck. Another missed one. Set an example. Show your colleagues it will be used for good.
How can I? Alright. I'll do some more tests and see where they lead me. But I won't publish anything until I'm absolutely sure.
Attaboy. Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. winds its way between the Great Eastern Ocean and the Restless Ocean, hundreds of small islands in the midst of the water. Few dare brave its treacherous rapids, and fewer still have returned to tell tale of their adventures through it. Travel between the two oceans is virtually impossible. Great storms hammer any ships foolhardy enough to attempt to navigate, and this alone should be enough to deter anyone from attempting the voyage, as untold ships have gone down, tossed against the rocks. The weather and treacherous rocks are only a precursor to the actual horror of the archipelago, the terrors of the deep. No one knows how many creatures stalk the oceans, waiting for unsuspecting sailors to drift into their waters, but we do know of some. The barbed Ravager, a giant shark that is known to ram passing vessels, trying to knock sailors off the deck and smash a hole in the hull. It has tremendous spines protruding from its side and its back that are presumed to be poisonous. The largest sighted barbed register... what did I say? Barbed register, I think I just said. That's good. Barbed Ravager, with survivors, was estimated to be almost 30 feet long. Winding Serpent. Smaller than the Ravager, but potentially longer. What? Isn't that an oxymoron? It's smaller, but potentially it's bigger. The Winding Serpent attacks in small packs, usually 3 to 8. They have long, sharp heads, somewhat reminiscent of a barracuda. Like the Ravager, they repeatedly slam into the side of a ship, hoping to crack a hole in it or knock someone from the deck. They also have been known to swim to the depths and shoot up out of the ocean, landing on the deck, coiling and winding their way around, snapping up any crew they can before plunging back into the ocean. Leviathan. Imagine the largest whale you've ever seen. The Leviathan is at least 10 times that size. You may have fought them in Final Fantasy, in fact. As they rise from the depths, the water around them begins to spin and sink, creating a whirlpool. The Leviathan's body surrounds the hapless vessel, preventing escape, and as it goes down, the enormous mouth opens, pulling all aboard to their watery deaths. Polpavir. All the creatures you've read about in this book are nothing compared to the Polpavir. Barely the size of a man, what they lack in size and strength, they make up for in numbers and terrifying viciousness. The lower halves are a mass of tentacles, like an octopus or squid, but more numerous. The tentacles are long, black whips with suction cups on their underside and small, thorny barbs on the top. The sheer number of tentacles gives them frightening speed when walking on land, pulling themselves forward almost as fast as a running horse. Damn. While they vaguely resemble a human from the waist up, any extended examination proves how wrong that assumption is. Long, stringy black hair falls from the top of their heads to cover a face taken directly from a nightmare. A wide gaping mouth cuts across the bottom of its head from ear to ear, full of wicked dagger-like teeth. 2 large round eyes are sunken into its head, black as coal, shining with a malevolent fire. A small antenna protrudes from the middle of its forehead, ending in a small nodule that can glow with an eerie blue light. One can imagine a sailor on the deck of his ship at night, looking out across the black water, blood freezing as countless lights appear beneath the surface, rising towards him, as the Polpavir swarm upwards. Because they seem to be more octopus than man, they can collapse in on themselves, fitting into spaces no person should be able to. Smallest crack in the hull, the slightest separation between boards offers them entrance. It is not unknown for them to slaughter an entire crew from hold up to deck by infiltrating the ship from underneath. Fortunately, they do not seem to have spread too far outside of the archipelago, but there may come a day when Polpavir attacks become commonplace. Sounds like that would be a bad day. Forget-me-not tonic. 1 cupful 1 hour before beginning tedious activity. Time should pass more quickly and tasks should feel more tolerable. Nice. Tides and moons. We've all heard the legends of Ondra and Sen Balafa, and the explanation... Well, Balafa didn't have an umlaut over the A before, did it? I feel like it didn't. The explanation that the goddess's love for the moon causes the tides, and as men and women of science, we know this has to be but a shadow of truth. Yet there is another myth that we have been quicker to dismiss, and I wonder if it does not merit further examination. Ondrites tell of a smaller moon, Ioni Brathar, that the goddess supposedly pulled from the sky in an earlier age. And while such things seem impossible, for Ioni Brathar still roams the skies above, it is true that explorers in the far reaches have found mineral fragments that do not naturally occur on any known continent in Eora. Furthermore, naturalists in Adir, Rautai, and the Deerwood have observed the remains of ancient ocean life many miles inland. Such a thing would only be possible if Eora's oceans had once been larger, or, as they here propose, if a catastrophic flood had once washed over the continents. While few phenomena cause a flood of this magnitude, a large body falling into the seas just might do the trick. In these pages, I will explain how some force of nature, if not an amorous goddess, could have pulled a small moon into Eora millennia ago. Right, we need the Adragon heart for that.
Excuse me, but I'm that busy.
Invited to a demonstration of my latest achievement, that a spiritual self-combustion set fire to my very essence. Sure.
Alright, explain it to me again.
Imagine a river of essence. It
Well,
feeds
we can't go through here?
enriches the soil and fuels
Never mind.
experiments.
I guess we're done in here then.
Or something like that.
Is that basically everything? I think so. We've done the bone and boar. Because we came in from like here, we did this, we worked all our way around. So it is literally left or nothing at this point. So I guess let's check out this. Let's see if we can do anything here. And that is it. Then we just main quest. Oh, fuck. That is, in fact, an exit door. I need to read what these doors say before I click them. I was just like, cool, I can click X on this door. Oh. Whoopsie. Okay, shop here.
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
Oh, shows star metal. What can you tell me about this?
Is that Gelarde? This is star metal. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more, and that would certainly not end well.
Can you do anything with it?
No. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchanted. I did receive a shipment from Solace Keep recently, however. A mace crafted out of star metal, brought to me by a trader from Galawain's Tusks. I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Alrighty.
Galawain's Tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated. I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff.
Yeah, he knows to take it to Galawain's Tusks. I'll take that bet.
And I'll take your money eventually.
Is there anything else I can help you with, Amica?
Do animancers have much use for weapons and armor?
Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fjord are animancers, you know. Besides, humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the rangers to outfit. Under normal circumstances, I'd not sell to a traveler like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances. Care to see what I have?
Show me what you've got. Oh wait, so you're not an animancer yourself?
Officially no, but I have been known to dabble with essence infusion here and there. I have one such item for sale, actually. A beautiful mace made of star metal.
Oh yeah?
Crafted by the finest smiths of Solace Keep and enchanted by yours truly. It is a wonder to behold. Care to see?
Let's see. Exceptional mace, is it that? Or is it this, because this is unique? Power attack, deal low stun, and plus 20% stun. It's probably the unique one rather than the purple shit. Oh, another 6 lockpicks. Oh, we are feeling good about the lockpick situation. Love the lockpick situation. We definitely need as many branches as we can get, considering that we now have 2 ones we might want to upgrade, depending on how dual-wielding ones actually goes in the end. Alrighty. I think that means it is time for main quest.